Okay, we're going to talk about follow cam position now. All right, so this is camera 6 and camera 7. Now this was camera 6 that we're going to be working on, but everything translates to camera 7. First thing to know about is your comm system. It runs off this iPad. You just turn it on, and then again, like all the other stuff, you hit Unity and you log in, and there you are, ready for camera 6. Now something that's important to note is while you have the ability to talk back, and all you do to talk back is you press and hold this button while you're talking, please don't, unless it's an emergency. When you get headphones on, it's just like anything else. You put headphones on and instantly you start talking louder, because why wouldn't you? You can't hear yourself. And so when you press this button, you're like, hey guys, I got a problem over here. The whole sanctuary knows you have a problem. So let's not talk. If you do have to talk and it's during Steve's message or something like that, when your camera is not on you, okay, when it's not set with you, I'm getting ready to pull up a controller so we can see some stuff here. Well, I'd like to, but I don't see my controller for it. Okay, anyway, so when it's not on you, then what you can do is you can come down like this, press the button, put the mic real close, and talk really quiet. Kind of whisper. Okay, so that's the plan. First thing about comm. Second thing about comm is to just leave it on all the time. You'll hear service through this, as well as instructions from the producer and switcher. Now, let's talk about the tripod a little bit. This is super, super, super important. We have two controls that are duplicated. Okay, you have this and this. Now, this is a lock. Okay, when we talk about locking down, you turn that and the camera won't move up and down. I mean, it will if I press really hard, but it's really choppy and bad, and it's called stripping of the gears, so we don't do that. This unlocks it. This adjusts the tension of your up and down. And so if you want a smoother move, then you can adjust your tension to be a little tighter. If you want it to be loose, you can move fast, but it also will show smaller movements with your hands on the screen. So you get that tension where you like it, and get comfortable with it. And then also right here, the same connections. This is your lockdown for your panning left to right. If you lock it all the way down, again, you can make it work, but it's not good. So you make it loose, and then if you need to adjust the tension, you can adjust it in here, and hopefully we won't have too many wires being beat up. So that adjusts your left to right tension. And generally 8 or 9 is the number that we have these on for a standard smooth operation. Now, things to notice on the screen. First of all, how to power cycle. This is your power button. You press and hold, and you'll see the camera goes black. It should be on when you come in, but if not, you just press and hold to turn it on. Well, of course. Well, that's odd. All right, so after a little fixing of the malfunction, we got it come back on. Anyway, so when it comes back on, it goes to its last setting. At the top, you'll see what those settings are, and it's good for you to note them. We have 29.97 frames, 160, that's the speed of the shutter, so it's 60 opens and closes, it closes 60 times in a second. Your f-stop, that's your field of focus, the amount of iris that you have letting light in, and then plus 12 dB, that's the gain, and then 4000K, that's the white balance. And those numbers should all basically look like that. Now your f-stop is going to change with your f value will change as you zoom in and out. It gets to 6.2 when we're zoomed all the way in. It's of course out of focus, and then zoomed all the way out, it goes back down to 4.5. You can also adjust your iris with this button here that says, you guessed it, you can't read it, but very good, but it says iris. So if I hit iris, now here it's not going to change because we're already at max iris, but then you have one button autofocus. So you click focus and it will focus on the screen. Now you may notice these green, what is called focus peaking. That lets you know that you're in focus. Now this is a little different for camera 6 than camera 7. Camera 6 has an auto zoom right here on the stick, and so you can, it's variable speed, so barely pressing it gives you a little bit of a slow zoom. Problem is your focus doesn't track with that, so we don't do a lot of slow zooms because of the focus. So use this just to get your zoom, and then you can, if you need to, you click it, you get all the way in, go ahead and show the screen. You get all the way in, then you can press focus again, and it will adjust focus. Again, here we have a low light situation. So in a low light situation, this will happen, and that's not good. So we go to manual focus, the far ring all the way front of your camera. You can turn it and you'll get to manual focus, and the focus peaking still works, so you'll take it until you get the right focus peaking. So on camera 7, you'll do your zoom here too, and you can do your zoom on 6 the same way. You don't have to use the autofocus thing. So that's basically how you adjust that. Now there's one other feature that I was going to show you with the remote, but again, I don't have that app installed. And basically at the top is a red light. When that red light's on, you can't see it, but it's right up here. When that red light's on, that means you're live. When it's not on, and you want to, if you have a second, and you want to see what's going on, you can hit this PGM button. If you hit that, it's program, and it shows you what is in program. So you can't follow your shot at that point, but you can see what's happening in program if for whatever reason you need to. You just click it again to toggle out of it. That's pretty much it. I think that's all you need to know. There's no recording or anything like that. Just point and shoot. And the most important thing through all of this is just remember to follow directions, keep quiet, and make sure you're not locked down on your tripod, because that will ruin your day, and our tripod head, which is expensive. So there you go. That's the follow cams.